Hi guys, here's Julie for another video, and so today you are going to learn what is meditation, what are the benefits of it, and how to really implement it with step by step into your daily life at home as a beginner. So make yourself comfortable now, and if you want to take some note, make sure to have a book and a pen, and I invite you also to take your toothbrush and you will understand why in the video. For you who are new to this channel, welcome. I am Julie Routier. I am the founder of Essence Sky, the School of Healing and Natural Therapy. I am an instructor and practitioner of holistic therapy, and this channel is really to help you live your life fully in a really holistic way. Alright guys, so the first things I would like to talk about is what is meditation? So you have all been aware and have experienced this time where you try to lay down or go to sleep and then you are in the calm and suddenly all their thoughts are coming at once and you just cannot let go. You are like not able to sleep and it's just going in your mind. And so meditation is actually the ability to let pass their thought front of you and really detach from them. Like, you know, it's the cloud in the sky and you just watch them pass, but they do not bother you, you know, you are in your own world. So you are able to take a step back from their thought and actually find the calm in the chaos. That is really what is actually meditation. Now I really want to talk about the benefit of meditation. So the first benefit is actually being able to detach. And by detaching is actually taking control of who you are and what you decide to actually concentrate on during your day. And that's really beautiful because that means when you want to tune in and be like, okay, I really need to concentrate on one thing, you are able to dissipate everything, find space in that moment in your mind to really work on what you want. The second benefit of it is actually to reduce anxiety because again, usually anxiety come with some things we think about and we get attached to it, some things that doesn't spatially exist right now or that existed in the past, and we get so attached to that thought that we cannot let go, and then we start to have anxiety about it. So then the emotional feeling arrive in the body and we start to go in a panic attack and really go in that state. By meditating, it's again being able, when that thought come, being able to detach from it, let it go, and so we are able to actually control that anxiety, letting go that anxiety and being like, no, actually I am able to stop it right now. The third thing why meditation is good for you is because it helps you to calm your system. So when you get into that time and that moment where you go into meditation, your whole being is able to kind of like calm down, suspend. It's a moment of nothing else apart from you being there in the calm is happening. So your nervous system is calming down, your breath is calming down, your cardiovascular system is coming down, calming down. So there is the calm within and everything is able to rest. The fourth thing why meditate is actually very good for you is that you become more productive in what you do and efficient in what you do, because your mind have the space to think through everything. So it's kind of like everything is clear. Your mind is clear. The fifth reason why meditation is very good for you is because it helps you to also type in other part of yourself that you were not able to even reach before because you could not pass beyond their thoughts. So it's like everything was really cloudy in your head, and now by having your mind clear, you are able to tap in new things. And so that might be new creativity, that might be tuning in, connecting to a more spiritual side of yourself, that might just getting new ideas, clearer ideas to make things better in your life. It might be, oh yes, that sounds very good for me. I actually know that is something that I would like to do for me. So you are actually able to tap in new things that you were not able to before then. The sixth reason why meditation is so good for you, it's because it helps you to really being more clear on who you are. Because you know, when you have all this cloudiness in your head, all their thought about the future, the past, and oh, that person said that about me, and making up all their story, you are not able to tune in the real essence of yourself. And so by meditating, you become closer and closer to who you are and understanding your behavior, your I would say your old pattern that were coming in the way. And by clearing all that, it really make you come closer to the real you, and you see more clearly what you want, your purpose, the person you want to be around, the person you want to be in this world, what you want to achieve, where you want to be, you know, so it becomes very clear to yourself. The seventh reason why meditating is very good for you, especially if you would like to actually awaken your spirituality by actually clearing up your mind, being at peace and completely open, and really understanding the essence of who you are then able to really connect with your higher self and receive message from the divine and connect with the divine. And that's a really beautiful way of being in alignment with it and really connect to it if it's some things you would like to. The eighth reason why meditating benefits your health, it's because it really reduces the stress. So, you know, in our society, we are really asked to be multitasking all the time. And that, you know, over the years have really started to stress the population. And by having like a regular routine of meditation, it really helps the person, the people to actually de-stress, because it helps the cortisol level of the body to really reduce and calm down. The ninth reason why meditating will benefit your health, it's because it really also improves your mood. By being able to actually have that clarity in your mind, it actually helps to also cultivate a really positive mindset. And so we become more positive in our life, we become more grateful, we become more kind, because we are able to calm, to actually making that space for us. Everything feels so much better on all levels of our life, so we have a more joyful life altogether. Alright, so now you might say, well, Julie, it's very good to say all about these benefits, but what can I put in place and how can I actually get to that state? I tried everything. I tried to sit and, I cannot get into that mode because it's too hard and I get angry with myself because I cannot stay in silence. And so now I would like really to give you tips to actually be able to get to that state of meditation. So just to give you an example as my own experience, I didn't start straight away into sitting in the silence and listening and trying to get away from my thought. No, I started step by step, It's like learning to drive a bicycle is exactly the same. In the first time you start with the really small one with 4 wheels, and then when you get good on that you have a bigger one on 4 wheels again, and then with practice you remove the 2 back wheels, and then you are on a 2 wheels bike and you can run freely. It's exactly the same. It's actually really training the brain to be able to giving the space for you. And the mind and the brain is very clever, and it will tease you at many times, even when you actually know how to meditate and can get into that space. It can come and trigger you many times, and that it's life. But I want to give you the step by step that really worked for me to get to being able to meditate at home every day. Alright, so my first step will be mindfulness. And I know you will say, well, Julie, mindfulness vs meditation is quite different. Mindfulness is actually being aware of some things, and meditation is being aware of nothing. Yes, but by actually already concentrate on what you do and being aware of actually what you do when you're doing it, it's already tuning it and actually retraining the brain. And there is a book I really want to share with you. It's actually from Edel Max. I hope I say the name properly, but it's mindfulness, and it's a really beautiful beginner book when you want to start to retrain the brain. And one of the exercises, and I can tell you it works, and that's why I ask you to take your toothbrush. When I started, and that's years ago, my brain was going everywhere. I couldn't concentrate. I was driving, and I would drive and I would be taken in another world. And then when I was coming back, I realized I was not even in the car anymore. And that's actually very dangerous, because it means you are somewhere else when you are in the car driving. And so I started to read this book. My mom offered that book to me. And I think I was in Australia. No, or maybe in New Zealand. Anyway, that was like at least 9 years ago that she offered me this book. And one of the exercises to actually retrain the brain is to actually be mindful of what you do when you do it. So, for example, when you brush your teeth, it's actually starting to brush your teeth mindfully, meaning that you actually take the time to feel, to sense what you are doing when you're doing it. So I invite you to start with that simple exercise. Every morning and every night when you brush your teeth, and we all do this, and if you forget to brush your teeth, well, that's a good reminder. It's actually to start brushing your teeth mindfully. So I want you to really close your eyes and really sense what feeling is actually doing in your body, what taste. Is it painful? Is it hot? Is it warm? Is it cold? Is it painful? And I want you to be aware only of that. And you'll see your mind is going to shift away, but then you'll become aware and you come back into it. And that's how you train your brain. It's like you go, up, you get aware and you come back. All right? And I want you to practice that. And you can honestly practice to do this with everything you do in your life. Then I started to do that when I peel an orange. I really started to feel how I peel the orange. When I eat, I start to feel, oh, what is that taste of food? What is doing to me? And then when I find myself going away, whoop, I remind myself I'm coming back. And I started to do that with everything in my life. So that really would be my first step to get into that state of meditation. Alright, so the second step I will do is like some things that you already do. So for example, you exercise or you do yoga or you might go for a walk every day. I want you during that time to get really mindful. So instead of doing 100 million things at the time or listening to music, I want you to be aware of what you are doing. So when you lift your weight, be aware, what is it doing in my body? What am I sensing? What am I feeling? When you go for a walk, just maybe go barefoot on the beach and feel the water on your feet, feel what each step is doing to your body. When you go in the forest, sense with your nose the odora of the forest and be aware of all that, and try to really stay mindful of what you sense, what you feel in your body, what is it doing for you at that instance. And every time again your brain go away into the past or the future, a story you have experienced with someone and you get caught into it, whoop, realize that and come back. And sometimes you might not realize straight away because again it's the mind, the brain is starting to really be trained again, but you'll see that you will get quicker at it and it will become more and more quick, and it will become a habit, and you'll see that you come back to yourself very quickly. And you won't let yourself go away for too long because you realize that you are gone, and you'll bring back yourself in. Alright, so the third step I am going to recommend you now is to start with guided meditation. So you can find so many guided meditation and find one that really resonates with you. That you enjoy the voice and that you enjoy where this person is taking you. And listen to that and follow that. And again, this is a practice, because you might find that when you listen to that voice, your thought can also take you away from it. And it's actually coming back into it. So starting by really implementing that into your life. And so you can decide if you want to do that sit up or lay down, if you want to do that in the morning or at night time. But start to really have a routine with this on the top of your work or your exercise routine or your yoga routine, having a guided meditation. And it can start, honestly, I would start with 10 minutes, no more than that. Go in a 10-minute one and see how you go, either in the morning or at night time, and maybe try to do that, I would say 5 times a week to start. Yes, because it's by doing it every day that you are training your brain, your mind to really be concentrate and hear, and that you are able to really let go of their thought and really come back to yourself when you feel you are taken away in a story that it doesn't serve you right now, that you are able to come. And the more you practice this, it's like the bicycle, the more you practice it, the better you're getting at it. The fourth step I am going to give you here is to try to let go of that guided meditation and maybe just put like a nice relaxation music. So it's already, no, you don't have any guidance, you are without any voice, you just have the sound. And to really practice again this and start with 10 minutes and then increase to 15 and see how you're doing without that voice that is reminding you all the time that you are there, that you need to be here right now. And see how long you are taking to come back to yourself when you are taken away by your thought and your story, and see how you are managing this and growing with that. So again, baby step, start by 10 minutes and increase to 15, 20, and see what really works for you. Alright, so the fifth step I'm going to give you here is to really now let go of the sound and being in silence. And this is probably the most challenging part of meditating, is being in silence and not getting away from ourselves when we are without any noise or falling asleep, and that is fine. You know, if you start to fall asleep, it's okay. It's just mean you have been able to go in a deep meditation, and sometimes you have let go of so much that you actually fell asleep, and that's life, you know. So you might find that in the beginning that is happening, and then you will be able to actually stay present the whole time. And again, in the beginning, you might be able to do 10 minutes, and then you're going to increase as you go. And honestly, it's a beautiful way to only be aware of yourself right now. Alright, so as a sixth step, I would like to recommend you to really do what suits you. I definitely recommend you to do the mindfulness exercise, because that's going to retrain your brain, and then to go and start with a guided meditation. But if you feel straight away called to do silent meditation or sound meditation, this is really some things you need to experience for your own self. Again, you know, we are all unique, and one thing that might suit me might not suit you, and I really want you to not compare yourself with others when it comes to actually meditating, and actually do what suits you. Because, you know, there is so many ways. You know, walking might be your way of meditation, yoga might be your way of meditation, and that might actually be just enough for you, you know. So please, you know, meditation is all about finding the peace in the now, in the present. And if you're starting to bother yourself about not doing the way it should be, not doing like others say you should be doing it, that's already really stepping you away from actually what meditation mean. Being in the present, being mindful to yourself, to your being. And so I really encourage you to really listen to your own needs and to do the step that actually resonate with you here again. Alright, now that I share my own experience, I would love to hear your own experience with meditating at home, and what have you benefit from, what have you seen that have changed in your life. I would love for you to actually comment below and share it with me, you know, because I do this video for our community to share their own experience. I would honestly love to hear your own journey toward meditating at home. So if it's the kind of content you love, make sure to put a thumbs up and comment below, share it with people you love and that will really benefit from this. And also, please let me know what kind of content you are interested about, because I honestly have such a list of beautiful videos I want to share with you, but because it's a community and video that have been made for you, I would love to hear what you are looking for when you jumped on my platform, alright? So make sure to subscribe and to share it with your friend. I would really appreciate that, because that helps my channel to continue to grow and also to reach people in the community. If you would like to take this journey of meditation deeper, I will link below my own guided meditation, because it's something I have done for years and that I love to do. And if you would like to actually become the person you are meant to be while learning a holistic practice, I really invite you to check all my accredited courses that are on my website that I will link below. And so guys, I honestly wish you a beautiful day or night, and I really hope you start to implement this little step into your life and that it really helps you to find peace and calm in your mind, in your body and in your soul. I'm sending you lots of love.